Hello everyone, Ontos here, and today I want to give you guys some tips on building Cat from Gunfire Reborn. For those who don't know, Gunfire Reborn is a first-person shooter that intertwines itself with another genre called a roguelite, where each time you start a game, you proceed through a dungeon that is completely randomized, from weapons to levels to items and even sometimes abilities, making it to where no one runs the same. Whether you die or you win, you get some kind of currency that will allow you to purchase permanent upgrades that will carry across each run. In this case, it's soul lessons. I want to do a more in-depth review eventually, but right now I just want to give you guys some kind of idea on how to build the first character you get in this game, as well as one of my favorite characters to play, the cat. The cat is a character that gets the most out of using elemental weapons as well as elements in general in this game. The elemental system is one of the core systems Gunfire Reborn's combat is built off of, and is especially important when first starting the game when you don't have that many upgrades to begin a run with. To make this simple, there are three elements in the game: fire, lightning, and corrosion. Each of these elements has a chance to inflict an effect. Corrosion can inflict decay, fire can inflict burning, and lightning can inflict shock. When putting these elements together, you get certain elemental effects called fusion effects. There are a total of three fusion effects: miasma, a combination of shock and decay; confusion, a combination of burning and shock; and combustion, a combination of burning and decay. I encourage you, as the viewer, to experiment and play around with these effects and see which ones you think are worth using. But to save yourself some trouble, miasma and combustion are the ones you should try and play around with the most. Confusion doesn't work on bosses, and it's much more efficient to kill the enemy as quick as possible. Now, back to Cat. The cat has a high health pool and decent shield, making him fairly tanky, with the downside of him being one of the slowest moving characters in the game. This downside, however, isn't really that big of an issue when you look at his primary and secondary, his energy orb, and his corrosion bomb. According to the wiki, without any upgrades from the talent tree, his orb deals around 400 damage and stuns the enemy. With skill enhancement maxed out in the talent tree, he deals around 600 damage. Freezing has a slight reduced effectiveness against enemies with shields, and significantly reduced effectiveness against elites, bosses, and resistive enhanced enemies and those buffed by them. Additionally, the longer an elite or boss has been previously frozen for, the stronger their resistance to it becomes, eventually reaching a point to where they break out of it instantly. Also, according to the wiki, without any upgrades from the talent tree, his corrosion bombs deal 100 damage 4 times, along with a 100% chance to inflict the decay buff. With skill enhancement maxed out in the skill tree, his bombs deal 112 damage 4 times. For ascensions, taking anything that increases elemental damage like acid, pyro, or electro dominance is great, as well as elemental rage. Maybe a little something for defense or utility from the smoke tree like elemental shield or hex smoke, as well as a little something from the orb tree that serves a similar purpose like advanced shield or chain duration. For those on reincarnation, the blessings I recommend are a small bound zone and elemental maestro. For scrolls, things like the elemental shards and elemental enthusiast scrolls work very well for this character. A personal favorite of mine is Decay Driver, since it increases movement speed when you are decayed. And if you really want to have some fun, take Flesh and Bones, Fire Enthusiast, and Fire Shard. Trust me, you'll thank me later. In conclusion, take as many things that increases elemental damage as possible and profit. Like, comment, subscribe, and share your builds in the comment section below. Look forward to my other guides in the future, and have a great day.